Good morning, students. This is the Module 6 review in our chapter on polynomials. We're going to open with Section 1 with classifying polynomials, and we're going to remember that to classify polynomials, we need to see what the highest power is and then how many terms it is. And we want to rewrite it in standard form as well, which remember is descending order of the variable. So we're going to look at number 1 and we're going to go t squared plus 5mt. A 2 is the highest power, so that's going to be a quadratic binomial. And let's pick a few more. We'll look at number 2. I've got a couple of like terms here which I need to combine before I name my polynomial. So 4 minus 1 is 3by plus 2b. And so that is also a quadratic binomial because the degree of by is 2. I add up all the powers. Number 4, it looks like it's almost in standard form. I've got 2c squared plus 8c, but then I've got some like terms to combine here. So I will rewrite that as 2c squared plus 8c plus 6, and that gives me a quadratic trinomial. 3 is a monomial. And the degree is 0, so we call that a constant. And of course it's already in standard form. Let's see, the rest of these look pretty similar. Let's go to number 7, and I've got an x to the 4th power plus x squared minus x plus 27, and that is a quartic. So power of 4 is quartic, and anything more than 3 we just call a polynomial. So that's section 1. Let's go into adding and subtracting polynomials, and I want you to remember that the key phrase here is to combine like terms. So when we're adding, we simply need to combine like terms, which means we don't change the variable, we just change the coefficients. And the other thing to remember is that we have to distribute any subtraction. So let's pick an addition. Let's go with number 14. And we're going to place our like terms together. 6k squared plus 4k squared. And then I've got a 2k and a minus 5k and a 9. So these guys can combine. These guys can combine, and there's nothing to combine with the 9. When I'm adding, I can just rearrange the order and combine like terms. When I'm subtracting, and let's see, I have a subtraction here, but let me see if I can find a bigger one. Nope, that's it. So let's look at number 12. I want to make sure that I distribute that minus sign. So the first step I'm going to do is I'm just going to rewrite my entire polynomial. And I'm going to go minus 2x squared, and then I'm going to remember that minus is for everything inside. So I'm going to go minus 5x. Now I can put things together, like terms together. And so 1x squared minus 2x squared is a negative 1x squared. And then negative 3 minus 5, or minus 3x minus 5x is minus 8x. And that's going to be our final answer. Next page. When we multiply a polynomial by a monomial, this is these are really big distributive property problems. So I'm going to start with a simple one, and I'm going to go with, let's do number 6. So I say that's a simple one because once I distribute, there might be some like terms. I don't think there will be, but there's no additional addition or subtraction. So I'm going to do number 6, and I go 6y times minus 5 is negative 30y. 6y times minus y is minus 6y squared. So I'm using my rules of exponents. and 6y times 4y squared is 24y to the third. And then always remember to read the directions on this test and on this review to see what other skills you need to have. So we need to put that in standard form. So I'm going to go in descending order of the variable. So power of 3, power of 2, power of 1, and that's standard form. So now let's take a look at number 11. And we have a distributive property, a couple of distributive properties that we need to do, and then some combining like terms, I think. So I'm going to go with 4b times negative 5b, which is negative 20b squared. 4b times minus 3 is minus 12b. And then I'm going to go ahead and distribute a minus 2, so minus 2b squared. Minus 2 times minus 7 is plus 14b. Minus 2 times minus 4 is plus 8. And then I'm going to rewrite my like terms together. Negative 20b squared minus 2b squared minus 12b plus 14b plus 8. So I've got negative 22b squared minus, minus 12 plus 14 is actually plus 2b plus 8. And that's my final answer. And it's already in standard form in descending order of the variable. Now when we multiply polynomials, these are really distributive property problems. You could think of them as double distribution, or you could think of them as FOIL problems, first, outer, inner, last. So let's pick one of those. So I'll do number 3. And we'll do r times r, and then r times minus 2, which I'm going to go minus 2 times r, and then positive 1 times r, and then positive 1 times negative 2. And then usually our middle two terms will combine, so I've got r squared minus 2r plus 1r is minus r minus 2. And then when we have a bigger problem, we have a binomial times a trinomial. You see me use the box method for these, but I also can use the distributive property. So I'm going to go m times m squared, it's m to the third. M times 3m is plus 3m squared. M times positive 5 plus 5m. And then I'm going to distribute the plus 3, and I'm going to do that on the bottom. Plus 3m squared. Plus 3 times 3m is plus 9m. Plus 3 times 5 is plus 15. And then I'm going to look for my like terms. So I don't have any like terms with my m cubed, but I have a 3m squared and a 3m squared, so that'll be plus 6m squared. Then I've got a 5m and a 9m, so that's plus 14m, and then plus 15. That's the only constant. And this concludes parts 1 through 4. And I'm going to make a separate video 2, for factoring. Thanks for watching.